parade around the square. Then at about 7:30 p.m., the official downtown lighting ceremony. See you at Light Up Ocala.
All right. Thank you, Joe. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. How was your weekend?
It was good. Went to the festival up in McIntosh. It was fun.
Oh, yeah. I was there, too. We went to the Bat thing, and then we went down to McIntosh to the McIntosh thing. So did you get any Christmas gifts?
No. My wife bought some wreath or something.
Oh, there you go. That's a Christmas gift.
I was there for her. I wasn't anything
So I guess we're in the Christmas season already. It's everywhere I look, I see stuff. No, you don't think so? I just heard an ad for Dollywood for Dollywood Christmas.
That's fine. We're not in Christmas yet. We got really bad feedback today.
Ay. All right. So, hey, yesterday we were talking about you because, or maybe it was 2 days ago. When did we find out that team lost?
They lost Saturday.
Saturday. So yesterday we were talking about you. Yeah. You were the topic, Galen.
What team?
What's that team called again? The Marvels? The one that you like?
No, the Brewers.
The Brewers.
The Milwaukee Brewers lost on Saturday. It was 3-3, and then they lost.
Because I just wanted them to win so that I could listen to you and Robin argue.
Well, there would be, okay.
That would have been fun. So, but now I have to find somebody who's a Dodgers fan, right? Because that's the final lineup.
Yeah, make sure you pick somebody who can at least name one or two of the players.
Okay.
So
I'll find somebody.
That would have been the thing with the Brewers. I've been like, okay, you don't even know who their starting pitcher is.
Who are you referring to, Robin?
Yeah, well,
Robin?
or any.
Do you know their starting pitcher?
No, I
no. Robin doesn't know it.
Well, there's 5 of them. Well, there's 5 of them. Just name one of the 5. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I don't think. But I seriously don't think that matters. I think when you're in the World Series, you just have 2 teams and you're rooting for one. That's all.
Okay.
So but you feel. I know what you feel. You feel like the only vital opponent. What's a good word? Good opponent.
Viable.
Yeah, that's a good word. Opponent has to have the same amount of passion for the team as you have for your team.
Well, it would be tough to have a conversation if the person doesn't know their team.
Robin, you think so?
What are you going to say? Our colors are better than your colors?
So I don't know.
You have to be a little bit familiar with the team.
I don't know anybody who's a Dodgers fan. Maybe they're too far away. When they were in Brooklyn, I probably had some, but that was so many years ago. When did they move out of Brooklyn, Galen? A long time ago.
The 50s? The 50s?
Yeah, I don't know.
You were.
Yeah,
it was in the 50s.
I probably could have got somebody from like my parents' generation to argue.
Yeah,
they're all gone. They're all gone.
No, they probably wouldn't know anything about this team. No, it's going to be a fun World Series. It doesn't start until tomorrow night. I think it's the furthest distance between 2 teams in the World Series history. I think that's kind of interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah.
So the Boston, West Coast versus East Coast, Boston against LA. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be two franchises that have a lot of history, and the crazy thing is they don't have any history together, which I find kind of interesting. So, at least not on the field. Off the field, they have a lot of shared history. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be it'll be. I think the Red Sox win in 5 because I think they're just a better team offensively and defensively, and I think their pitching's better than LA's, but we'll see.
So does the distance that is necessary to travel in order to do this have an effect on the playing? Like, is there fatigue that could be a problem, for example?
No, I mean, these guys fly first class, first of all. And secondly, the way they do the format, it's a 2-3-2 format. So they'll play 2 in Boston, 3 in LA, and then 2 in Boston. So it won't be that big a deal. It's only basically one trip because the Red Sox are going to win in 5. So they won't come back to Boston. I don't think so. And then and the only real problem is the start time for the games in LA. It's going to be, I think, 9:30 local time. That's just going to be brutal. That means that game probably won't get over until maybe 1:30. It's just going to be rough. It's going to be a rough week.
So it's going to affect our visits with you. You're going to be slurring your words and everything.
Wow. I don't know. It depends on if they win or lose. Yeah.
Oh, well, that part too. Yes, that part too.
So you said 9:30 local time. Is it local time on the West Coast or local time here on the East Coast when you said local time?
9:30 our time.
Our
local
time. Okay.
6:30 Central or West Coast time, Pacific time.
Well, that'll be exciting, though.
All right, so let's see.
Game.
Well, I have a music and holiday question for you. The fact that Michael Jackson's Thriller has become a tradition at Halloween time. It's interesting to me that so many people now, that song has become like a Halloween song almost. It's like I hear it all the time now. Have you noticed this, Galen?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I have.
And now the new thing is flash mobs of people doing the Thriller, what's it called, zombie dance or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen one lately. I know that was a thing a couple of years ago where people were doing that. So now mobs just, attack other people for their
guns.
Yeah, those kind of mobs. Yeah. It's just we went to the bat thing on Saturday up in Gainesville.
Yeah.
I don't know where in Gainesville we were because it wasn't in the city. It was way out in the boondocks.
No,
but it was
by Booker.
It was a pretty area. My gosh, that's a pretty area. That is just so nice up there. It's hilly. And it's so, I don't know, we're not that far from here, but it feels like it's far away. I don't know. It felt like we were in New England or something. Right?
Okay.
It was beautiful.
Real pretty.
It was the dance company of Gainesville that did the performance in the dirt, and they did a great job.
Yeah, they were in the dirt.
All right.
Yeah, young kids just on the dirt, just getting dirty and looking like monsters. And
they were so cool.
Cute monsters, but still monsters.
Yeah, wonderful stuff.
All right, so I do have a topic. It has nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far. But before I do that, how is the blood supply?
Hey, we're pretty good. We're right at a 3-day blood supply. Had a good weekend, so we're not in critical need as bad as we were coming in on Friday. But we still need everybody to get out there, give the Gift of Life, donate blood. One donation saves 3 lives, and that's really what it's all about, is saving lives.
And like Larry mentioned earlier, the Life South bus was at the Macintosh craft show.
Sure.
Boy, that's an outstanding show. That is like the best ever.
They were at the Luby Bat thing too.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, they were there too.
Yeah.
So you're wonderful, Galen.
So okay, the Luby Bat. Oh yeah, okay, no, not there. Where were we? Yeah, we were walking through the gate. Right?
Yeah.
And I was wondering, that must have been somebody from Gainesville office, right? Because I didn't recognize the young lady.
Yeah.
Correct.
And at the Macintosh Festival, the Life South Community Bloodmobile was there.
Palm Garden of Ocala, thank you for sponsoring this segment. You guys are outstanding in everything you do. Congratulations. They were voted best of the best. I saw that post on Jan's page.
Congratulations.
Palm Garden of Ocala, they deserve to be called best of the best because, well, they are best of the best. They are where I would send my mom if she needed to go. Of course, she's no longer with us, but if she needed rehabilitation or some health care, that would have been the first choice. They're at 2700 Southwest 34th Street here in Ocala. They have a website. It's palmgardenofocala.com. You okay, Gillen? What, are you getting gas?
I'm here. Sorry.
What happened?
No, that was just my car.
Oh.
I got out of my car, and my car yelled at me.
Okay, you're all right, right?
Your car yelled at me.
Yeah.
Smart car.
Okay. And Penn Flooring, thank them also for us because they provide flooring for homes and offices. They've been doing it for more than a quarter of a century. In fact, they put in the flooring here at WOCA, and it looks as good as it did the first day they put it in. I'm thinking 6 years ago. I always forget when we actually moved into the studio, but it looks beautiful. They're at 1201 Southwest 17th Street.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. So I don't know how this topic is going to fly, but here is the topic. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I know you're an avid reader. We haven't really talked a whole lot lately about the reading that you do, but you read a lot, right?
I try to, yeah.
Do you ever read something that you would not expect a typographical error in, but you find it anyway?
Yeah. Well, everything's like ebooks now, and I think they rush to publish a little quicker.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's interesting. No, I don't. I try not to let them bother me. I try just to keep going. But yeah, that's interesting. No, I haven't had one that's bothered me lately.
Okay, so here's one. In The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, there's a line that says, "I took the bag and ripped a hole in the bottom of it with the was." And people forever wondered what the was. Mm-hmm. Well, it should have been saw. I ripped a hole in the bottom of it with the saw. And because people thought the was actually something, they didn't change it. Whoever the editor was thought it was supposed to say was. And it never said anything to Mark Twain. What is a was?
Yeah, exactly.
And then later on, they fixed it. Yeah, in later editions, they did fix it. They figured it out. Have you ever heard that one before?
No, I haven't.
Was is so far from saw, you would have thought it would be like sass or or paw or something like that. But this is the whole word.
Dyslexic.
Yeah, it's a little dyslexic moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Editors of the Bible. They wouldn't want to mistakenly make people think that a sin like adultery was condoned by the Ten Commandments. But that's exactly what happened in the 1631 edition of the King James Bible, remembered by history as the Wicked Bible. The edition printed by Robert Barker and Martin Lucas listed the seventh commandment as "Thou shalt commit adultery." Oh my gosh!
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god!
That one probably flew off the shelf. Let me tell you. It says right here, I'm safe.
Can you imagine in Sunday school, the kids are just reading, and the teacher goes, "No, that's thou shalt not." I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Right here, and then she has to explain what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, now they have to know what adultery means. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Gosh, that is an interesting topic in and of itself, isn't it?
Yes.
How many people when we were kids even knew what the Virgin Mary meant? What does that mean? She's a virgin. What is it?
Yeah,
is she from Virginia? What is it?
They would never explain it to us.
No, we didn't know what that was.
Never, ever.
Did you know what that was when you were a kid, Ganley? You know what that was, right?
No. I don't know when I knew what adultery was.
No, virgin.
I don't know.
The word virgin.
Or virgin.
Yeah,
Virgin. I don't know when I knew what that was either.
Because that's an important thing.
One day you don't, and then the next day you do.
Yeah.
That's an important thing to know, though, if you're trying to understand the miracle of the birth of Christ.
Sure.
Right?
Agreed.
Yeah. She's from Virginia, right? That's what that means, right?
Yeah, they never would explain it to us.
I have so many things that when I was a kid that I didn't understand. My mind is rushing full of things now. Go back to my younger self and slap myself a little bit. What's the matter with you? What you paying attention? All right, let's say in 1925, An American Tragedy by Theodore Dreiser came out, inspired by a real-life murder case from 1906. It tells the haunting story of the fall of a hotel worker and the fragility of the American dream. One passage described two characters as, quote, harmoniously abandoning themselves to the rhythm of the music like two small chips being tossed about on a rough, friendly sea.
There you go.
Potato chip. Two chips.
Was it supposed to be chippies? Was it?
Ships.
No,
ships.
That one. Okay, it was supposed to be ships. There you go.
In the book The Queen's Governess, which came out in 2010, by Karen Harper. She has one passage describing the protagonist being abruptly woken up after a night of passion, saying, quote, I tugged on the gown and sleeves I had discarded like a wonton last night to fall into John's arms.
Okay.
And what's it supposed to be? Do we know?
Wanton?
Oh, wanton.
W-A-N-T-O-N.
That's what I figured out. Yeah.
W-O-N-T-O-N.
Yeah, we have seen in the authors that we have interviewed, we have seen some of those typos that the editors didn't catch in, like the mainstream publishers like Simon Schuster, and even in the self-published world too, that the editors didn't catch. We've seen it here.
There you go.
let's see. In Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the original extremely valuable copies of Philosopher's Stone have a few distinguishing features, one of which is an error on page 53. Harry's school supply list has one wand listed twice on the top of the list and the bottom.
Oh my. Oh, they
Well,
didn't want
it's
him
just
to
really
forget.
important.
It's just really important. You have to have a wand. Huh?
Yeah, that's the important thing. So they didn't want him to forget. Had to be a special wand, though. Couldn't be just a run-of-the-mill one.
Well, the wand chooses you, right?
Yeah.
That's what it says. The wand chooses you. Yeah. I don't really know that story. Oh my gosh. You have to pay more to park in Universal now, by the way, if you want to see that stuff. Let's see. The most famous dictionary typo of all time appeared in 1934. Webster's New International Dictionary. The editors planned to list abbreviations and words separately for the new edition. One editor, writing down the abbreviation for density, wrote D to show that the letter could be both uppercase and lowercase, so capital D or lower D.
Oh.
But the D or D card accidentally ended up with the words instead of abbreviations. I don't even understand what I'm reading right
So
there.
uppercase and lowercase D is what it said. It didn't just have the uppercase D. It spelled it out for you.
Okay. In the Road by Cormac McCarthy. Let's see. A passage described, quote, a moment of panic before he saw him walking along the bench down shore.
Wow, that doesn't make any sense.
Instead of the beach. Well, a bench is only like 6 feet long, right?
Yeah, right.
It didn't take him long.
Sure.
That's what when you go to the personal ad section and, women are looking for men, they always look for men who like to take long walks on the bench.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Good for the men. They only have to walk 6 feet and they're done.
Galen, have you ever taken a long walk on the beach with your wife?
Yes.
Do you ever say to her, hey, is this good? Am I doing good? you ladies like this, right? You like these long walks. How far do you mean exactly? How far is long?
It was like Saturday when we were at the festival. And she's like, well, where do you want to go? I said, this is your day. Whatever you want to go see. No, it's almost like a trick. It's like, this isn't going to work. I'm just here for moral support.
Mm-hmm.
And pay the parking.
Yeah. Hey, did you happen to see the guy who had a Jamaican accent and he was playing the steel drums that he made?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they sounded great.
They did sound great.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I bought one.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
I love steel drums.
Yeah.
I love the sound of steel drums. It relaxes me.
Okay, so there's a musical thing. I don't know if this will make any sense to you, but for musical people, I never knew how the notes were arranged on a steel drum. Mm-hmm. But he has them all, labeled, and they're in fifths. So it's the key of C, but they're in fifths. They're not. It's not like C, D, E, F, G, A, B. It's how do you do it? C, G, D, A, E, B. Yeah, and then E. Yeah, yeah, that's how it goes. So instead of C, D, E, so if you know music, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was kind of cool, and I said to him, "How do you bend the metal exactly so it's the right note? That's amazing." And he goes, "Yeah, you see this, man, it is amazing."
Yeah. He is amazing.
I mean, how many times does he make a mistake, and it's not quite the right note?
Yeah. Start over.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The notes. When you
I don't know anything about notes.
No, but okay, but when you hit a piece of, it's one sheet of metal that he has bent several times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so each one of those bends has that different note.
Around the circumference.
So my question, my comment, I guess, my observation is, how do you know? How do you know where exactly to bend it so you have that note?
Yeah.
That little tiny difference must make a big difference, I guess, because if you got it wrong, it would be a sour note, right? It'd be the wrong note.
Yep.
You're lost, aren't you, Galen? You don't have a clue. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about music.
But that doesn't take any knowledge.
Sure it does. It's like me talking about, the designated hitter. And you going, what? What's the designated hitter?
Yeah, but
I don't.
Okay. But I mean, a certain tone. Just to give a tone. Boop. That tone right there.
Yes.
He has to bend the metal so that it has that exact tone.
Yeah.
No clue, right?
Okay. No, I mean, okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, good.
That
good.
doesn't. I don't understand why that would be hard. Is all. I don't. It's not that I'm not trying to appreciate it. I just don't have any context to appreciate it.
And it looks like it's made out of like a coffee can.
Yeah.
So that what? How do you do
Concave.
that? Yeah, I wonder what he uses to do it.
Yeah, he's amazing. Sounded really good.
I felt bad for
Sounds
him
like it.
because I mean, how many people actually bought one? You know, I did, but
Yeah.
and he wouldn't. I asked him if I could use my debit card. No, can't use my debit card. No, there's an ATM at the end of the block. There's an ATM.
Yeah.
This is an amazing world we live in right now, isn't it?
How much were they?
The little one, the one I got was $25, but he had one there that sounded awesome for $300.
Yeah.
Well, I just saw him playing it. I'm like, oh, I love steel drums. I mean, I would never buy one. I wouldn't know what to do with it. So
You should get one though, just for fun, because once you got it, you could hit it with that little mallet and have a good time in your office.
Yeah, that would be fun.
there you go.
People would say, "Oh, there he is again."
That's about right. That's what they would say. No, we went to I don't know. We went down every aisle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Did you guys see the jack-o'-lanterns?
Oh, yeah.
They were made out of like terracotta.
Yes.
Yes.
I did see them.
And I'm like, this is what I said, oh, I want one of those. And then I went over and I picked it up. I said, I'm not carrying that around.
Oh, really? It was heavy?
I'm not going to take that for, it was like, and I'm not kidding, like 30 pounds.
Oh, my God.
And, I didn't have like a cart or, the people with the wagons and everything. I'm like, oh, no. I said, no, I'd love to buy one, but I'm not carrying it around. He goes, well, I'll hold it for you. I said, my car's like 2 miles from here.
Yeah, where did you park, by the way?
Oh, up at the 4-H. It's always a pain to park at that place.
So you actually parked and then walked like a mile?
I don't know if it was a mile. It was a long way.
Yeah, we parked in somebody's yard and she charged us $5.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. You got off cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told us. Well, we got the end of the day because we were at the Luby Bat Festival first. And then,
Right.
Yeah.
So she charges $5 instead.
The church that's on the if you're coming from Gainesville, it's on the right side of 441.
Yes.
I've always wanted to go into that church, and it was open. Because I love old churches and the stained glass.
Yeah, me too.
What a beautiful church!
Did you go in?
We walked in there.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Walked in there. It was beautiful.
Do you feel the presence of God in that church?
I wasn't in there for very long, but you could see the love and care that whoever was built in the early 1900s that they had, and then that what that meant to them. And the stained glass is just spectacular. So, and the tongue and groove ceiling was breathtaking. So that was beautiful.
Yeah,
I can appreciate that. I just can't appreciate music very well.
Well, and you want to know something? Music in a building like that usually sounds awesome. When there's a choir singing, all that wood is.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's always so good. All right, let's see. Oh gosh, less than a minute. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today. We're actually at the Lowe's on East 40. East 40.
Oh,
All right.
Nice.
Donate blood and we save some lives. I wished we could have helped some more. When we saw the Bloodmobile there, we said, "Oh my gosh, we just gave. We're not ready till December."
Yeah.
So, hey, thank you for what you do. I wish your phone signal was this good every day. By the way, you got a good signal today.
Who knows? Yeah, I'm in the same place almost every time I take it. That's
Isn't that weird?
Crazy thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Galen, for what you do, and let us know if we can do anything to help you. And now we're looking forward to the World Series, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Talk to you
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. We'll be right back.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. National Security Advisor John Bolton is in Moscow. He'll be asked there about President Trump's decision to pull out of an arms agreement President Reagan signed with Russia in 1987.
The tension has been ratcheted up by President Trump's weekend announcement that the United States will withdraw from the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, under which the US and Soviet Union agreed to limits on their arsenals of nuclear missiles. President Trump says Russia has been violating the deal for years, a claim Russia denies.
Fox's Simon Owen. The president holds a campaign rally in Houston tonight.
Remember when President Trump and Texas Senator Ted Cruz didn't like one another?
Lying Ted Cruz, lying Ted. Lies. Oh, he lies.
Now President Trump is stepping in on Cruz's behalf as the senator is in a tough re-election fight with Democrat Beto O'Rourke.
Fox's Evan Brown, former